Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial and thank you so much for clicking. Today we're going to learn how to crochet these beautiful chunk beanie hats. It's so cozy and stretchy on the brim. I hope you're going to enjoy this tutorial to the end. If you're new here, kindly click on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that anytime we have a new upload, you'll get notified. Also remember to give this video a like, share and leave a comment in the comment section. Let's get started. In this video, I'm going to use these two colors of yarn. It's a chunky yarn, 100% acrylic, and a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'll need a tape measure to take measurements, a pair of scissors, and a darning needle. So to start, make a slip knot and chain 11. We are making the brim 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So to begin the first row, our brim will be worked with slip stitches, back loop only. So skip the first stitch and in the second insert your hook, grab yarn, pull through and pull through the loop on your hook. That is the first slip stitch. Go into the next, grab yarn, pull through and through the loop on your hook. Into the next, grab yarn, pull through and through the loop on your hook. As you do so, ensure that your stitches are loose enough to allow the hook to go through them easily. In your next row, we have come to the end of this first row and we have 10 slip stitches. And now to begin the next row, you chain 1 and turn. Now we are going to work in the back loops only in this second row, and another row that you are going to make, we work in the back loops. So insert your hook in the back loop, grab yarn, pull through and through the loop on your hook. In the next stitch, back loop, insert your hook, grab yarn, pull through and through the loop on your hook. The next, and repeat this until you get to the end of this row. Once you get to the end of the row, chain 1 and start a new row. So you turn your work and insert your hook in the back loop, grab yarn, pull through, make a slip stitch into the next, grab yarn, pull through and make a slip stitch. So you can substitute these slip stitches with single crochet or even half double crochet for your brim. So I'm going to make this slip stitch rows until I have the measurements of my brim, and I'll be making 78 rows of slip stitches. So keep on working and I'll meet you when I have 78 rows to show you the next step. Okay, so I have 78 rows of slip stitches, and this brim measures between 21 and 22 inches. You can see how stretchy it is. And now the next step, I'm going to chain 1 and we're going to join the two ends. So I'll just bring them together like this. And I'm going to work in the back loop of this side. So insert your hook in the back loop and on the other side both loops, then grab yarn, pull through to make a slip stitch. In the next stitch, back loop, and on the other side both loops, grab yarn, pull through to make a slip stitch, and you're going to make slip stitches all the way to the end. Coming to the end, I'll make my two last slip stitches right here, now the last one. Okay, and now we turn it, so this would be the wrong side, so you're going to turn it inside out like that, and then chain one and start working single crochets in each row across. So we're going to insert our hook right here in the first row and make a single crochet, and then into the next single crochet, into the next a single crochet, and we're going to make single crochet in each and every row to the end of this first row. And at the end you'll have a total of 78 single crochets. So while you're doing that, you can hide this tail so that you don't have to weave it at the end of the project. So I'll meet you at the end of this to show you the next step. Okay, so we complete this row with a slip stitch in the first stitch. So this is the first row of the main body of our beanie, and now to begin row 2, chain 1 and turn, and in this first stitch here we're going to make a single crochet. In the next stitch, make a double crochet. In the next, a single crochet. In the next, a double crochet. So we alternate between single crochets and double crochets all the way to the end. Single crochet, double crochet, single crochet in the next, and double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you the next step. Okay, so we complete row 2 with the double crochet in the last stitch, and join with a slip stitch in the very first stitch. Then chain 1 and turn your work. We start with a single crochet in the first stitch, so insert your hook, grab yarn and make a single crochet. Then in the next we're making a double crochet. So our first stitch when you start a new row is a double crochet, so you make a single crochet on top of that double crochet, followed by a double crochet on top of the previous single crochet, and single crochet on top of double crochet, in that order to the end of this row. So the next one is a single crochet, a double crochet, single crochet, and I'm going to repeat this until I get to the fourth row, where I'll be the fifth row, where I'll be changing colors, and I'll meet you at that point to show you the next step. Okay, so I've come to the end of my fifth row, and now I'm going to introduce my color number 2. This is red. I'll make a slip knot, and in the first stitch I'm going to insert my hook there And instead of finishing with this color number 1, I'll introduce color number 2, which is red in this case, and then pull that loop through the loop on my hook, and that is how we finish this row 5. And chain 1, turn work on the other side, and we're going to continue with the pattern, making single crochet in the first stitch, followed by a double crochet, then single crochet in the next, a double crochet. So this is optional. If you don't want to use more than one color, you can just continue with the pattern until you get to row 13 where we change the pattern. So I'll make 3 rows of this color and then go back to color number 1, 3 rows, and then the red, which is color number 2 in my case, 3 rows. So I'll meet you at the end of row 13 to show you the next step. So 3 rows of red, next 3 rows of gray, then back to 3 rows of red in this pattern of single crochet and double crochet, and then I'll show you the next step. So I've come to the end of row 13 of this lemon peel stitch. Now we're going to join in the first stitch with a slip stitch. So we have 14 rows from this first row of single crochets, but we have 13 rows of the lemon peel stitch, and now we are going to change the pattern. So we chain 1, and in this first stitch we're going to make a half double crochet. So you yarn over and insert your hook there, you pull a loop, you have 3 loops on your hook, grab yarn and pull through all the 3 loops, and then in the next half double crochet, half double crochet in the next, and we're going to make half double crochets in each and every stitch across. So I'll meet you at the end to show you the next step. Okay, so we've come to the end of this row of half double crochets. This is row 15 in total, from the first row of single crochets all the way to this row of half double crochet. We have 15 rows. Now we are going to make decreases, and I will be working in the 3rd loop from this point. Now the 3rd loop is the loop just below the 2 loops on top. We have the front loop. Okay, I hope it focuses. So we have the front loop and then the back loop, and the 3rd loop is just right here. Okay, I think it's focusing. So our 3rd loop is this loop just below the 2 loops on top. Okay, so we'll be working half double crochets in the 3rd loop, and we'll be making decreases. So yarn over and go through the 3rd loop. That's how you insert your hook. Yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Go into the next stitch and make another half double crochet. So you have 4 loops on your hook, and you're going to make a decrease. That's a decrease of half double crochet. And now in the next 4 stitches we are going to work 1 half double crochet in each, but in the 3rd loop. So the next one, okay, this is the 3rd loop. You can just flip your work like that so that you see it. The next, so it leaves this ridge effect on top of your project. So work 4 half double crochets. This is 1 2 3 4, and now in the 5th and 6th we are going to make a decrease once again. Okay, and then the next 4 we are going to make half double crochet in each stitch, 3rd loop. Three, then the 4th half double crochet, and now we make a decrease in the next 2 stitches. So you yarn over, insert your hook in the 3rd loop, pull a loop, go into the next stitch, grab yarn, pull through. Once you have 4 loops on your hook, grab yarn, pull through all, and we're going to repeat this all the way to the end. So make 4 half double crochets in the 3rd loop, and in the 5th and 6th stitch you make a decrease. Okay, so we are almost at the end of this row, and now we have 4 stitches remaining right here. We're going to work 1 half double crochet in each stitch, 3rd loop. One half double crochet in the last stitch, and we join in the 1st stitch with a slip stitch. So from this row we are going to work in one direction, we are not turning, and we are working 1 half double crochet in the 3rd loop, and we are decreasing. So chain 1 in these first 2 stitches. We are going to make a decrease. So insert your hook in the 3rd loop right here in the 1st stitch. You have 3 loops on your hook. Go into the next stitch and insert your hook there, grab a loop. Once you have 4 loops on your hook, grab a yarn and pull through all 4 loops. And now in this row we worked 4 stitches and then made a decrease in the 5th and 6th, and now in this next row we are going to work 3 half double crochets. That is 1 in the next 3 stitches. So these 2 and 3. Then in the 4th stitch and 5th we make a decrease. And remember, we are working in the 3rd loop. Okay, so in the next 3 stitches make 1 half double crochet in each. In the 4th and 5th make a decrease. Go into the next 3 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each. In the 4th and 5th make a decrease. Okay, so we are making decreases in every 4th and 5th stitch, and the next row we will make decreases in the 3rd and 4th stitch, followed by a decrease in the 2nd and 3rd stitch, and I will meet you when we are making decreases in every stitch to show you the next step. Okay, almost at the end of this round, where we are making decreases in the 2nd and 3rd stitch, and now I'm making the last stitch in the 3rd loop, and then we join with a slip stitch in the very first stitch. So this is the 4th round, making decreases, and now in the 5th round we are going to make decreases on top of these 2 loops and not in the 3rd loop. This will be our last round. So we're going to chain 1 in this very first stitch, yarn over and insert your hook there. Grab yarn, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Go into the next stitch, grab yarn, pull through. Once you have 4 loops on your hook, grab yarn and pull through all. So for this round, we are going to work decreases in every stitch on top of these 2 loops. And at the end of this round, if you're working the same size as mine, you should have a total of 13 stitches. And to work this pattern, your brim rows should give a stitch number multiple of 6, so that you can be able to work this top part of decreases. So into the next, make a decrease and make decrease in every stitch to the end. Okay, we complete this round 5 with a slip stitch in the very first stitch. Then chain 1, fasten and cut your yarn. Make a long tail that you're going to use to close this space right here. So you just pull a loop, and using your yarn needle, go through these stitches right here. On each and every stitch around. You then pull and tie a knot at this end, just like that. Then you cut this long tail, or just weave in around, and there we have our beanie. So you can leave it at that or attach a pom-pom, which I'm going to do right away. To attach the pom-pom, I'll insert my hook from the inside, and at this point on the last round, I'm going to pull this yarn right there, and then on the other side just flip it and hold these 2 strands right here, and right there pull them to the inside, and I'll tie a knot right there. Make sure that you secure it well, and then cut the hanging tails. So that is it. To make this pom-pom, I have a tutorial, and I'll be attaching the link in the description box so that you can check it out. So I'll go ahead and trim in longer strands right there, and that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Kindly give it a like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section. Until next one, bye.